or we could see Rift going through and obviously taking that main advantage. So let's jump right into the action. It's Rift Detain, and this is going to be hard point Detroit. Predictions for this, I'm going to say it's going to be close. I can even see Rift maybe taking this first map.
I don't. I see Epsilon taking this one. Marky's very confident going for this one. I spoke to him a little bit before, and yeah, they're really hyped, especially seeing that Vitality are lost. They're pumped for this one. They basically see this as an easy win now.
Yes, indeed. We do see, I believe that was Joey there coming in, taking out a Detain, and we see Revolt there picking off Marky. On board with Insight here, looking for the long-range shot there with a bell just off school steps. Picks up one. There's a player on crate, doesn't manage to get him, so Insight does get taken down, and Marky now has been slightly tagged up there, looking for the regen. See if he can take the guys here from Rift off. Gets taken down, but look at the score. It's 14-12. Good start. Both teams getting quite a few points off this first hard point here. Normally you'd see it's a stacked one, and you're going to see a lot of contesting on there.
Yeah, it's very much back and forth at the minute. Any time that any one team gets inside the hard point, it is just basically traded out immediately, and it's just traded basically. You know, it's very difficult to hold on to it, especially with the first hard point being quite so open. But we are going to go into the second one now inside of Green Building, and it's Detain trying to pick up as many points for his team as possible as they take the lead once again. Yeah,
Detain had to go for the reload, couldn't finish off that kill, which means he got taken down there. So it's run on board with this man here. Yellow Beanbag looking to jump over. He gets taken out rather easy as he was tagged up, and obviously now on here with Insight. Picks up a nice easy kill. There's a player to his left outside. Doesn't get it. He gets absolutely destroyed there from Reedy. And Reedy now coming on the front of Hospital, cleaning up shop on that street, where that kill feed is pure red right now.
Yeah, really nicely done there from Epsilon just to hold this one down. However, it does seem as if Rift have the better spawns with 17 seconds left on this hard point. It will be Rated trying to get around the side, trying to stop Rift from getting further. He does take down Detain, picks up another one from the front, and that will be in sight. So he's going to pick up the scrap points here and allow this opposition to possibly get on the rotation a little earlier than expected.
Yeah, 1 second left on the clock, picking those scraps up, which is going to be those, you know, those scrapper points to be the difference between a winner and a loss if it push comes to shove. And Rift there, returning the trade kills as Joe comes in, cleans up. I'm looking for that spawn here on Garage. Let's run on board with this man who is sitting on that side as he's going to try and push through. It's Rated, picks up one, looks one on to Ramp. Oh, gets a few shots, doesn't manage to finish that off, but there's a player immediately to his right hand side. Oh, beat down there from Revolt on Joey.
Yeah, that's going to suck for him, but Marky now picking up one from Ramp. Going to stay a second. Unfortunately, he was only get a few tags up, and Rift again have taken the lead. And they're holding down this hard point fantastically well so far. And they're not really giving away any sort of possession. However, I'm saying that 2 players do go down, 3 players go down for Rift, and now it's back in control for Rift has Beanbag with a big kill.
Yeah, that was a big bad Beanbag taking out Marky there. And you see Beanbag now trying to push on the middle street, ready for the next hard point coming in on Yellow. Needs to make sure they get control of this. He sees the player to his left-hand side. Nice little pick, defensive-wise. That's now going to push him to spawn just outside, or inside car park, I should say. And he doesn't manage to get the kill. And it's Marky that's trying to push forward here. Insight going to try and hold this here for the team of Rift.
Yeah, unfortunately for Insight, he was surrounded by the Epsilon players. It wasn't really going to end particularly well, but look at this, Beanbag with a big 2-piece made out of 3-piece. Can he continue this spree? Oh, no, because Detain's going to take him out behind.
Yeah, just run on back. Yeah, with Detain looking to try and control. Again, there is a contestant behind him. Goes for the reload, doesn't manage to get it in time. He will get taken down. Beanbag comes through that window, mantles through, picks up a 2-piece, looking for a third. Is he going to get? No, misses the reload, but his teammate's in there. He goes down as well, but Revolt comes in. He's starting to clean up shop, and at the moment, Rift really on that momentum here.
Yeah, this is fantastic play from both sides, but Rift coming out slightly more dominant at the minute. They're just short of that 100 mark as we go into the last hardpoint of this first half. Now on board with Insight. He picks up one as they try to rotate around. Unfortunately for him, Joe's there to trade that one out immediately. So we're going to switch on board with Rated as he pushes through Garage. He's going to be trying to be going through towards Fire as there's a couple of Rift players already inside the hardpoint. But Rated only manages to take down one before Insight says, "You're not coming in here, son."
Look at Detain, picks up a 2-piece just off the back of Insight there. He came in, tagged him up. Detain comes in, grabs a 3-piece off that. Brilliant play, and look at this right now. It's 120-76, and Rift really have turned up this weekend. They've played some amazing games, and it's continued to do so now as we see Detain. He knows there's a player to his right inside, does get tagged up, and Yellow Beanbag now looking to move around. 24 seconds left of this hard point. Surely now they really need to try and stack this, and Beanbag comes in, picks up one, looks for a second, and they've pushed them right up the hard point, and they're just breaking this so well. Very rarely do you see a solo break that good.
No, it's just Beanbag. He is something else. I don't even know what he's had for breakfast, but what it is, I need some of it.
Well, it certainly isn't Weetabix, I can tell you that. Or other cereals.
Oh, well, whatever it is, it works, and I'm having some.
Look at this. He's just picking off inside here, looking at literally out that front of the hospital lobby. Let's have a look. Let's run on board with Rated here. He's looking to see if he can take someone off there, but he gets turned on it. Beanbag again. He cleans up. If you look at this here, I mean, is 21 and 19. Rift Detain is 22 and 16. Revolt is 15 and 20. Not having the best KD wise, but it's the interactions and, you know, the communication that's helping him. 143 to 92. This is the time they need to turn up on this second rotation here, Epsilon, if they don't want to lose their second map of this event.
Well, yeah, they are down by 50 points, you know, just going into the second half, which is never a good sign, to be honest. I mean, obviously the maximum you can hit is 250, and it looks like Rift, if they continue to play like this, will do that within the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, Markey now sitting on this hard point, 6 seconds left, grabbing the scrap time, hoping to reduce that by 40 now. It's going to be down to 39 points. They've got to try and close that gap, and is it anything to go by the last rotation? Already on that hard point is the team of Rift, and it's going to be Insight sitting on the front door. Does get taken down, but Detain sneaky waiting around that corner. Oh! Beat down from Reedy.
Yeah, massive hit from Reedy there. He's just shut down Detain. Now they're going to hold this down, and Mark is going to be the one to do so. And he's probably the better one to be able to do that, leaving Rated Joe and Reedy just to swarm out around, do what they do best, and just slay. Seems
Epsilon may have a better setup here on this hard point this time round. Markey sitting on this, and you can see just out the outskirts his teammates run through. We've got Joe there, if you look on your mini map, just on the outside, slaying for the rear of that hospital, just making sure no one comes mid-street. But as he does that, in comes Detain and cleans him off that, and they're back on that hard point again.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird that there was no Epsilon players watching the flank. There's nobody there whatsoever. Markey was just stood there unaware of what was going on and got caught. So that's really unfortunate, but it was only a few extras time, but it all adds up in the end, I suppose. And there's got to be Epsilon on the early rotation again.
Oh, great plays there from Rated, and Markey picking up a two-piece. Let's run on ball with Markey now. He's looking to defend this car park area, making sure no one's come from scores. You see with COD Vision, they've all spawned just to the right-hand side. Nice pick there from Markey. Turns, cleans up nicely. He's going to allow them to gain some extra points. Shutting the points down now. We're soon going to be 10 points of difference here with 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Epsilon now seeming to step this up. It's got to be really all they can do. Everything's got to be pushed on to the next 3 hard points. Yeah,
unfortunately for them, Rift are actually pushed in. That was a fantastic break from them, as it's going to be really pushing in through the window. He has been traded out immediately, and they're going to stretch this lead back out to just beyond 10. It's such a close game so far. I mean, the second half has been a great half for Epsilon, but I don't think it's enough.
No, I don't think it's enough at the moment, because the slaying power is just coming away at Beanbag. Beanbag and Detain have been immense in this map. They've controlled it. The teammates have held that map control. The rotations, they've cut them off. You know, they've really causing Epsilon some real grief here.
Yeah, it's not even just the quantity of kills that they're picking up, it's the quality of them as well. Beanbag's picked up 2 and 3 pieces to break hills on his own, and he's had Detain as support as well, so it's great to see from them.
And just looking at the scores there, 192 to 183. There's 11 points of difference. There's a player to his right hand side. Oh, Insight. This is his house. You're not coming in.
Yeah, exactly. Big kill from him. Revolt actually picks up Joe on the outside. Insight just turns the corner, destroys Mark as well. This is fantastic.
Look at the kill feed.
It is dominated by Blue. It's 207 to 83 at the minute, with 15 seconds left on this hard point. We're going down to the last one, and this is going to be absolutely huge if Joe can break, because he's going to just, every little help's going to help them right now.
Let's run on one Beanbag here, looking for the rotation. He's going to cut off on car park. Wait for the person to come over, doesn't see him, but it's going to be Detain that's going to try and take this hard point with his teammate down on the left-hand side. He knows it's... who's that round there? It's Rated there. He's coming through. He's going to pick one through. Oh, surely they're going to clean this one up. Oh, it's actually Reedy that comes through front school. Gets picked off, though, by Beanbag. 38 seconds left on the clock, and this is going to come down to the wire. If they can push it, it's got to be now, and surely, as soon as we hit around about 25 seconds, that's it.
Fantastic. Rift have actually beaten Epsilon, making it that second map they've lost this entire tournament. This is incredible.
They are
really stepped up.
They are running on hype right now, and I tell you what, it's paying off from 241 to 194, and it's just going through the motions now. What a strong hard point there. I have to say, it's not one of those games that is, you know, it's a walk by. It's not. This is Epsilon. They've come off some wins this year. EGO, they've had a strong play. You know, we've already seen Vitality go out this evening. Unfortunately, one of the strongest teams in Europe today. Obviously, having Mad Cat as well as a pickup. A very strong player in my opinion. Can fit into, in my opinion, fit into an NA team.
Yeah, you could do. And you know,
so it's the levels that we have here now. Let's have a look at. Should we start with Reedy?
We'll go on the attacking side, surely. See how Rift are going to do this.
Yeah, why
I've not actually seen Rift play too much, so you know, I want to see how Beanbag's going to cope with this one.
I'll do this one on board with Detain then, and see how these players play out.
Alright, so we're still going to hop on board with Detain. He's just going to be going. It looks like they're going to go for quite a quick A-bomb push. You know, this is what we see quite often, but Insight's actually picked up one. Unfortunately, he has been taken out by Rated. Detain's actually picked up another. And look at this, this is already a 1v2 situation. It's really has been severely tagged up and he's having to just back away, trying to find Beanbag now.
Yeah, bomb with Beanbag. He is going to get taken out 1-0 to Epsilon.
Yes, it was a very quick round. I mean, we saw one kill come in within the first 7 seconds, and then straight after there were 2 more, and then, you know, before we could even knew it, Rift were down to a 1v2, and it was a bit too manic to begin with, especially for the first round.
Yes, let's jump on board now with. Let's go with Marquee B again. Company 2 kills involved. Obviously, Joe going to be the designated bomb carrier, looking to push this right-hand side. I said using the bell there just to see if they could see anyone coming across, making sure no one's coming from the flank. And if you look on the mini-map there, on that left-hand side, you can see just they've stacked it up across the middle.
Yeah, still on board with Marquee. Doesn't see anyone just yet. However, one player from either side has gone down, leaving it in a 3v3 situation. Still, Marquee not able to see anything, trying to peek over the top towards the catwalk. Nothing there just yet. The bomb is still just hanging about, and Rated's hands, it looks like he might just hang about for a little longer, trying to see if there's anybody coming about for a pick.
Yeah, looking forward with Revolt. He's over the other side. Beanbag as well, looking in the middle. Let's have a look where Insight is. He's on his left-hand side. He's no doubt going to call that player that's just jumped off those top trucks there. Now, obviously, they've got to try and get the defuse. And looking for the plays here. Insight trying to just wait patiently as we do see Marquee, though, take out Beanbag. Is he going to look for the... No, there's Revolt taking out Marquee B, which means it's down to a 2v1. Let's jump on board with Rated here. Sees a player behind him. Does he get the tag? Yes, he does. He gets a kill, but surely they're going to call it one as he does. And it's actually a Revolt that comes in. As I said, S&D-wise, this guy has a great level.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate for the Rift player. Actually, just you know, jumped straight over the top of Rated, and then just couldn't turn around in time to pick up the kill. But there we have Revolt was there to trade it out nicely, so they'll tie up the map now. Yes,
and good afternoon you all. If you've just joined the stream, welcome to the winners bracket final, live from the Norbreck Castle here. And guys, if you're in chance for winning a Scuff controller, make sure you keep an eye on our Twitter and tweet out the stream as well, guys. All the information that will be on there. And just we Revolt there, and that was a great play, Market B, and even Joey now goes down, which means Epsilon are down to 2 versus 4, and Revolt's going to get the bomb down. Where's Rated? Rated's in the middle. Look at this. He's going to go for it. He's being challenged here. And Reedy's managed to take over. Reedy with a 2-piece, which means it's Revolt that's the last man standing. Picks up one, does tag him up, but doesn't manage to get the kill. That's going to give away his position. He needs to be very careful on the player. Oh, unlucky. Just couldn't get away. Got caught on that corner. And great play from Reedy there, picking up some great kills. 4-on-1 on the board. Joey yet to make a mark, same as Beanbag.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I expected Rift to play that a lot better. They had the numbers, so they should have just tried to play more of the numbers game, but it seemed as if they tried to go for a couple of the picks, and it just didn't work out for them. So they ended up giving basically the round to Epsilon.
Yeah, at the moment it seems to be trading rounds here. Let's run on board with the guys from Epsilon. Let's run on board with Reedy. He just gets caught up there on his player straight.
Can we show Joe some love? He's 0-3 at the minute. I think he just needs a bit of stream love.
I think we should really, since Reedy just died.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that would be a nice thing.
Right, see what Joe can do is he will be the designated bomb carrier, and he just
missed that as well.
It's so unfortunate that you put his trophy system on half a second after the explosion behind him, but he has been tagged up, but he will be still alive, just hanging about this A bomb site, waiting for any chance to get the plant down. He has got the chance now. There's a few gunshots coming down from behind, and yet again he has been tagged up by Nade, but the bomb will be planted, leaving it in 44 seconds for Rift to make a move.
Looking inside, just dropping down, making sure no one's around that bomb, covering this left hand side, tags him up, he gets tagged up as well, making sure that no one's coming around on that right hand side. Oh, and Beanbag just got a 2-piece, which means all 4 of Epsilon are down, and there's another round trade there. It's currently 2-2, and I have to say they are matching Epsilon round for round.
Yeah, really nicely done. Every time the attacking side have been playing, they've won the round. It's a little bit different. You usually see the defensive side winning more of the rounds than the attacking, but
it
just recovery search to destroy for you, I suppose. Yeah,
anything can and normally does happen. I mean, when you look at the actual level that we've got within the Call of Duty scene at the moment, we've seen a massive growth in the last couple of months, and Rift is here to prove. As I said again, Revolt picking up another kill. It's currently 7-3. There's a player to his left hand side. Oh, Reedy answers inside. He goes for a second, doesn't get it. Detained down. 3 versus 2 here for Epsilon. Let's run on board here with Rated, and Marky goes down as well. And all of a sudden, Epsilon are looking to drop around here. Now, if we're going away on map count, oh! Rated sees him, tags him, doesn't get a kill, but he knows he's there, which means now Rift are going to know he's there and hopefully try and shut him down and maybe go for a pinch.
Yeah, they might be trying to shut him down, but surprisingly nobody decided to go on the flank because Rated picks up the team in a 1v2 situation. Now the bomb has been planted, giving him 35 seconds now to make a move. He will be pushing up through this cave side area. He doesn't really have anyone to contest him just yet. He will see a player
they've got this bomb covered. Even if he tries to push, they're going to take this.
Oh, 100% if he doesn't.
I have to say, Rated, if anyone can take this one, it can be him. He has got that ability and confidence.
Well, I think he's run out of time. He does get taken out from behind anyway, and Rift will take that side. Again, really well played. If
you look at the way the rounds have gone, they just broke that streak by Epsilon.
Yep.
So now, in theory, this round, if we're going in statistics-wise, this should be Rift's round. We'll push them to 4-2.
Yeah, in theory, it should be. But I get the funniest feeling it's not going to end up like that.
It's Call of Duty, mate. Anything can, and as we said, does and will happen. We've seen Millennium and Infused and Vitality go out today. Some big names dropped by some up-and-coming teams as Rated comes in, picks off Revolt. He's taken out the biggest danger man. Season number 1 doesn't get his detained, but that gets traded out there by Joey. So let's run on board here with Insight, looking for the shot there with that thermal. Let's run on again. It's 1 versus 3, and Insight with all the work to do right now. Just looking to see if he's going to... he knows someone's there. He's tagged him up. There's a player there. There's 2 players top now. Just going to pick up. They're just going to bait him. They're just going to bait him. They know he's got all the work to do.
Well, they don't need to do anything. They could just sit back now because they have the numbers game, and there's only 27 seconds left on the clock. So if they don't play this stupid by challenging it, they'll come ahead with the win, basically.
No. I'm just having a look. They're just there. They're not going to make any silly mistakes. They're just going to hold this one out, and that's going to bring it back to 3-3. Player coming in. There we go. 3 rounds. Epsilon managing to get back on track there as a Rift lose that round. Right now, I'll be honest, it's so even. Both teams on that level. Revolt for me at the moment, 8-4. We see Insight getting some plants down as well. This could quite easily go to an 11-rounder.
I think it will do. If Rift take 2 maps and Epsilon take 2 maps, who's going to have more of the nerve about them? That's got to be one of their biggest, the games ever. If it goes to a game 5, I'm going to be happy because both these teams are fantastic.
Both very, very strong teams. As I said, whoever loses this will not be out of the competition. They will drop down into the losers bracket final, which will be played around about 7:30, as we are aware. Hopefully for a grand final about 9:15.
Yeah, sounds right.
It's set out rather nicely, but right now, live in the action, it's Rift currently 3-3. Rift 1 map up in this best of 5 series. Obviously, Uplink will follow the S&D, but at present moment in time, it's all square here, and they've got 50 seconds looking for this bomb plant. and it's 3 versus 4 in the favour of Epsilon. There's a player to his right hand side. I don't actually think it's that close as Beanbag does trade out kills. There's a player to his right hand side, takes him down, and Ray goes in, he sees him again. Oh! 1 versus 2, and again, beyond it's Revolt again, and if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him. Oh!
Wavy.
Too much spray in that gun there. It was all over the place. Didn't get that kill. 4-3 to Epsilon.
Yeah, I think somebody left the side door open. His shot was a little bit windy there. It's not particularly good. You expected him. You've seen him hit better shots than that, but Marky was true with his aim. Managed to take him out, and actually Epsilon take the lead once again. Now 4-3 up. Interesting to see how Rift are going to come back from this.
Yeah, let's run on board here with Rated. You know, are we going to go back to the same scenario where we see a trade round again? Seems to me that Epsilon, after taking that round, you're going to see Revolt do very, very similar things here. Let's make sure we know who you guys, or you guys can see who we're on board with right now, as it is Rated on this right hand side. Just making sure that no one's coming round. The bomb is down. Detain does go down. Rated sees another one there. There's another player to his right hand side, tags him, gets the kill. All of a sudden we're down to a 1 versus 4. I say that Rated does go down. He sees him again. Surely Insight doesn't want to make any silly challenges right now, as he was extremely tagged up.
Yeah, again, Epsilon need to just play it smart here. They don't need to challenge, but they did anyway. What do I know, eh?
When you've got that numbers advantage, you know, you can start pushing the players, looking to go for the pinch, and and try and push forward. Smart thing to do, in that opinion. The bomb was planted. They still had those numbers left on the board. They closed it out early. It's now 5-3.
Yeah, and the way that Epsilon have played the last couple of rounds of the Search and Destroy, I gotta kind of give it to them to just take this one, this next round, just see it off 6-3, and then just go into the uplink and see how they can recover themselves.
It seems to me at the moment, though, these guys are trying to make a heavy push on his right-hand side to get this bomb down as quick as they can, and then try and set up for that defensive play as Epsilon push for. Oh, that was so close! Nearly took out his own players in the process. Does get taken down, but Detain does trade off that kill there. Yeah,
now on board Reedy with Thermal Moors again in his hand. Does see one player oh!
Reedy,
nasty little snipe. Can't he get the second? No, he can't. It's so unfortunate. A 2v3 situation now, leaving Revolt and Beanbag trying to take on Rated, Reedy, and Marky.
Yeah, that was so dirty there by Reedy. Great plays. They see that one out. 6-3 to Epsilon, brings that to 1 round apiece here in the winners bracket final. And I have to say, very close. And all of a sudden, Epsilon, as I said before, not just one person step, they all step it up. And if you look at the scores when we come into the section, just wait for it to come up on the screen, we can have a little discussion. I mean, look at Rated 10-7, 9-4, Marky 8-4, Joey having 4-7, 3 plants.
Yeah, exactly. The 3 plants are what really counts for that one. He is going to be the designated bomb carrier, more of the objective player. Therefore, getting 3 plants down over the course of 9 maps, 9 rounds even, is fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant. Guys, we are going to quickly take a little break. We're going to head into uplink action. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Guys, welcome back live here from Norbreck Castle in Blackpool. Some say it's the mecca of Call of Duty for the UK and EU scene, and we're on board here with Epsilon Rated after Epsilon taking an S&D.
I'm just going to shake my head at you just calling it.
Don't shake your head.
Of UK esports, but okay, whatever.
Okay, did I? I won't go down there. Let's not discuss that.
But it's a big start here from Rift as Beanbag actually picks up 2 early kills. He's going to be the one to pick up the drone as well. He's going to be looking to move forward with this one, and he's going to have Insight in support. Unfortunately, not able to do anything about it as 1 point comes in already though.
Yeah, Beanbag came in there, got a single point throw. Great play on that green side, and then comes in again. Revolt comes in, cleans up on that as he's running through purple. And let's just put COD vision on for you guys here so you can see what's going on. As I say that, Marky comes in, takes out Revolt, and then trying to push forward as a player down to his right hand side where he's going to pick him up and clean this one. Now for me on this, you've got to have that map control. And at the present moment in time, we see Epsilon executing that well as he does seem to manage to get through. He does get tagged up by those stuns. He's got to be extremely careful as a player to his right. His teammate's going to see that out 2-1.
Yeah, nicely done from Reedy there, but just binding this time. He did get tagged up by the stun grenade, didn't get too aggressive again, just hid himself away and decided to go for it as soon as he was aware again. Nicely done, and it does seem as if Epsilon Epsilon have that slightly better map control at the minute. Picking up the pieces, nicely done.
Yeah, looking here with Joey. He's got the ball in his hand, just stepping back a little bit, waiting for his team to get back into play, build themselves up, looking to take a couple of players down and trying to push on this right-hand side. And look, is he going to go for this? No, he's just waiting. He knows there's a player immediately there. His teammate's surely going to see him off. Goes for the smart reset, and that's the best thing to do in that situation. They had no map control and they couldn't get any picks.
No, you don't want to leave the drone in such an easy position as well. Just get rid of it if you have to. Just throw it away towards the opposition spawn if you absolutely have to. But just get it out of play more than anything, just so that nobody has possession and that your team can then have a bit of time to just regroup and try again.
Yeah, on board here with Rift inside, pushing on his left-hand side. Is he going to look for a single board play? Does tug one of them up. There's two players around there. Passes the ball through. Is this going to be a great play? Yes, it is, and 3-2. And this is what I was saying earlier on. You haven't seen much of this passing ability on uplink. Rift are very fast with that. If they get themselves lined up, they will throw that ball to a player, and next thing you know, 2 points on the board, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, nice little passing movement again from Rift. See if they can continue that going into this. I mean, 2 players go down for Epsilon. They're starting to get a bit of map control as Detain picks up another one outside of Purple. He's just going to be hanging about, checking to see if there's anywhere else. There is another one that pushes into Purple. Beanbag's the one to clear that one out, though. And I'm surprised that Detain hasn't actually just picked up the drone, but he has actually blown up Beanbag. That's not particularly clever.
No, and just look at Revolt here again. He's tagging up round corner, making sure no one's there. Drops down. Yeah, he's going to get picked off. He's going to say just behind him was Marky. Detain though, he's going to go that one, and he's going to make sure he doesn't go any further. All of a sudden, Reedy's now going to pick up the ball. He has been tagged up, but he's going run through the calf. This could be a risky manoeuvre, because if they get picked off, you could see an instant push. Oh, smart plays there by Reedy. He's now pushing forward. Surely he's going to bring this one home. He does indeed. 4-3. Great plays there by Epsilon, and what a turn there to just finish that one off.
Yeah, fantastic teamwork from there from Epsilon, just to clear the path, clear of Rift players, and really just, drone a hands, nice casual stroll all the way through, not really contested at any point, and just dunks it home for another 2-point play.
Yeah, look at they're utilising this building here to get this side control. It's absolutely brilliant. They're going to gain another one, and surely you're going to bring that one home. Does get detained. Reedy's going to grab it. Oh, great. He goes down, and this could be a dangerous play as Revolt's now got the ball. His teammates need to make sure they're in front of him, clearing a path for him to go through. We do see Rated take out Beanbag. Stuns coming in. Does stun him up. Literally straight over the top. This should surely be a home run. No. Oh, single point. 4-4. Great. Intelligent play.
Well, very intelligent. I mean, if he'd have gone for the 2-point play, he would have caught with his pants down. But he hasn't. Went for the 1-point play. Has tied it up with 45 seconds left in the clock for this first half. It's still wide open.
It is indeed. I'm just on board with Reedy there. He gets stopped as he went to go and get a single point, but it does manage to go in. 5-4. Great plays from these guys. Reedy with 4 on the uplink. Marky with 0, Rated with 1, and Revolt with 3, and Beanbag on 1. Have to say, Revolt really been an outstanding player for me this weekend. He's really shown his worth, as we see now. Rated trying to push forward, going through middle. Is he going to get player there to his right side, his own teammate? Just really need to hold this and make sure they can clear out this building and then go through. Yeah,
Rated with the movement, and then he just dodging, diving and dodging, and he tries to go for the 1-point play, wasn't able to connect with it with a few seconds left on the clock. That's basically going to be the last play with the drone in hand, as they try to go for a 1-point play, but
half time 5-4, not a bad score at all. Both teams had their moments, and just looking at Rift Detain here as they try to push for the last point. Didn't quite manage to get in, wasn't enough time on the clock there. Epsilon, however, have that point advantage. Second half can be a different story, depending on how you like to play this map. Right now, anyone's call. Let us know your predictions. Use AM2PRO _online. Let us know what you think, or if you're in the chat watching us live, just put your predictions in the chat. And honestly, for me, it can be anyone right now.
It could be. I mean, it's only 5-4, and we still have 5 minutes of gameplay left. Revolt picking up 1 big kill. Reedy actually picking up 1 of his own. Insight actually picks up Reedy as well, so that's going to leave Revolt to try and get one in this ice tunnel. Actually turns straight onto marking. Nicely done, but still, there's not much drone control just yet.
It's just 3 down for Rift. Detain's there. Rated's got the ball. He's been taken out now. Beanbag seen off any danger pushing forward. Looking to try and gain some map control, I think, here, Rift. And then they've got to try and push Epsilon out. As they now push on this right-hand side, and it's Joe that's got the sphere. Did he go for the reset? I believe he did that.
No, I don't think he did. I think he just threw it away just so that he could get his gun out and just protect himself more than anything. Because if he had carried on with the drone in hand, he would have been shut down immediately. Well, to be fair to him, he kind of got taken out, like, basically as soon as he threw it away anyway. But that's not the point. The thought was there. But 3 players down for Rift, and this could be an opportune moment for Joe and Squad to go through. But 2-point play comes in with a fantastic play coming in from Joe. Yeah,
7-4 now to Epsilon, slowly building that lead against Rift COD, I should say. If you've been watching the scene, you'll know that today we saw Vitality, Infused and Millennium go out, not just at the winners bracket but at the losers bracket as well. Epsilon still in this winners bracket grand final. Rift really bringing their A game there. They're not making it an easy job here at all.
No, they've really been playing fantastically well over the entire course of this tournament. But when you're coming up against the likes of Epsilon, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because a lot of these players are just world class. But they are putting up a hell of a good fight with only 3 points difference in this uplink game. You can't really call it until the end, really.
Yeah, no, again, right there with the ball. 7-4, what a denial there as Detain's going to come round. He's going to grab that. Is he going to go? Yeah, they're going to go through green. It's going to be a risky play because there's already 2 players in. If they spawned in, he gets taken out literally as he comes through. Joey should pick that up. 3 down. Is he going to make it across in time to make a 2-point play? No, he gets denied. Again, it's going to be Marky that's going to pick that one up. Is he going to push forward? Looks for the 2-point play. Oh! Shut down on the edge of the uplink portal. And now it's going to be Rift's turn to try and push this green as they have. Look at the spawns worked in their favour. They've got an open run. They're just taking their time. They don't know it.
Oh, what has he done? He could have just gone straight for the portal. Revolt. He ran straight through yellow tunnel. If he had just gone straight away, right in towards the portal, they could have got away with a 2-point play. And that is now might have just cost them at least 1.
And here comes Raid again. Single point play. Brings that one home. 8-4. Great plays there again. And, Marky taken out with Detain. I have to be honest with you. Every time at the moment the Rift are pushing forward, right, they're taking some good kills, they're getting the ball, but they're just not making and not executing those passes and those plays where they should have just run straight through on many occasions, and they're just trying to make it a little bit too overcomplicated.
Yeah, basically just play the direct game. I mean, it works 99% of the time. I mean, if you're trying to overcomplicate things, it will just end up confusing not only yourself but your teammates. And you're not going to come away with anything in the end of it. I mean, 4-point difference now because of course the 1 point coming in a second ago, and with a minute and a half left on the clock, it's still very much doable for Rift, but Epsilon have the better control.
Yeah, they do. They've had a better control really from the start of this map. There's not really been a time where you thought, Rift could really take it. I have to say, this map is one of the hardest maps to take control, especially on the uplink. It's a whole team game. You need to make sure you've got your players around you just to shut people down. It's going to gain your objective player to bring that uplink score on your side. Be honest with you, right now when you're looking at the scores, it's 1 round apiece. This one strongly at the moment points towards Epsilon. We're going to then obviously head into S&D. It's wavering in their favour at the moment.
It is just slightly, but I mean, let's quickly have a look at Reedy's score. 32 and 16. He's double positive in uplink with 6 uplink points to his name. That is incredible.
He is such a good player. I mean, this new Epsilon team, obviously Epsilon EU, and also Epsilon having an American now side to it, they really have settled themselves in. It's a relatively new team. They're making waves already with this lineup they've gone. All these players have been some top level teams. They seem very comfortable together, and all the personalities, but somehow it just works, and you're seeing it now. They lost the first game and they've stepped it up each time. 8-4. It's 2 rounds to 1 to the guys here at Epsilon versus Rift Gaming. Honestly, right now, the S&D looks to go in their. Personally, as I always call it, would go in their favour.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's 2-1 now, but yeah, so a little bit wrong, but it happens. Sometimes.
I have to say though, this is going to be my last cast.
It has. It's a bit emotional, really, isn't it?
Most people would say sad times, but a lot of people wouldn't.
Well, depending on who you talk to. For me, it's good because it gives me more opportunity. But
yeah, this is true. This is true. That's the biggest thing now. I do these events because I'd like to see amateur players and people coming through the ranks, and I want to, we want to make this scene bigger than it ever has been. And along with casters, new faces, fresh talent, it's an important thing. Obviously, Phil casting this weekend.
Yep.
I think he's done extremely well.
Yes.
We've seen some new teams, experienced teams, players with Pato obviously playing for Bulldog as well now. They had a reasonable run, they had quite a good run in the game. There's been some players, we've even had Trout as well this weekend playing for Omnia.
Yeah, he didn't do too well though, bless him. He finished last. Didn't win a map.
He didn't win one map.
No.
Let's not talk about that at all.
Okay,
no.
Let's hop into this hard point. And it's Epsilon already off to a good start with 5 points already on the board. Looking at Clean Bang now, he does get taken out unfortunately by Marky. And Marky actually off to a good start.
Yes, indeed. Hitting a 4-on-1 as he does get taken out. Reedy, not such a good start, but it's okay. Revolt hasn't either. Does look at his players inside, looking for a long-range kill with that. Bell doesn't manage to get it, but he's both his a teammate now strafing across those mid-ponds. Picks him up on that right-hand side. That's a nice little play there. Again, this map is a huge contest fest on this first hard point, and it's going to run all the way through, and it's going to happen for the full amount of time on here. As Razy comes in, looks for a second, doesn't manage to get it. He gets picked off there by Revolt, and again, this one, I find this map is such an aggressive hardpoint map.
That's the first hardpoint for me. Is so open, like you can literally jump in from any angle, and it's just so difficult to try and hold that down. So basically, you just contest and contest and contest until you come to this hardpoint where the spawns are a lot, easier to dominate and control, and easier to hold down this point as well.
Even being one of the smallest maps in the game, right, you tend to see a very late rotation on this. They will scrap and scrap on this, and sometimes being a small map, you can be that aggressive and force the team to spawn out because you can gain that advantage across and stack that hill and take the people off there. So it always brings you that action. It's how long you hold this hard point for. It's not exactly how many times you can kill somebody.
Yeah, I mean it's the difference between the next hard point and the fourth hard point. That's the longest, and even then that only takes you a maximum of 7 seconds to get to and from. So I mean the rotations can come in a lot later, and you'll see a lot of contention coming in for every angle.
Yeah, Beanbag again looking for the kill. Takes Gantry, managing to pick a second there. Get himself a nice little two-piece, looking for the three. Is he going to get him? Doesn't manage to get him. Does take him out, but he does get taken out by Razors as he comes behind and cleans up that player there on board here with Reedy looking to clear out this hard point. Great play by Reedy, but there's a player there, and this is where Epsilon come in strong. They're going to stack bodies and make sure no one's coming from that dirt side, and Reedy just covering now on the left. Just waiting for that player. There's 2 players there from Rift. He knows he's there. He's going to pick him up. And it's again now in the favour of Rift Gaming.
Yeah, it's a really good break there from Rift. I mean, 3 players just pushed in as a solid unit, and Epsilon just couldn't handle that. It was just too much at any given point. But they did the exact same thing back to Rift, and it just seems to work out back in their favour as they do stretch this lead out to just beyond 10 points now.
And just on board with Reedy as he gets taken down. Rift back on the board again. And I have to be honest with you, they are very strong at hardpoint. It is, for me, from what I've seen this weekend, their strongest mode. And unlucky not to get that 2-piece. Epsilon are pushing each time, and all of a sudden Rift stack that hill and clean it up. And look at D-Tate, takes out Marky. There's a player in front of him, doesn't have the gunpowder to take him out, but Insight comes in, cleans up Rated, and Marky looking to clean him up, but he gets seen off there by Joey. And again, Rift trying to push, but they just cannot get Epsilon off this hill.
Nah, Beanbag is far too strong and dominant at the minute. He has actually picked up a nice 2-piece. He's now going to be pushing in and holding down the hill. He's going to get contested from mid. Unfortunately for him, he does get destroyed by a nade, and I think that actually was the car that exploded and got him.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this map now. Reedy's just clean on this right-hand side. He knows on the next rotation, 15 seconds left. They're going to look to try and push. Let's run on board with D-Tain. He's trying to cover the turn. He's still trying to push. And see, this is what I'm on about, the late pushes on those hills, which means now Epsilon, if we go on with Joe, he's there, ready to set up. They've pushed them out the spawn, and it's given the advantage to Epsilon. Yeah,
nice awareness there from Joe. Knew that he was going to be coming from at least mid, so pushes around. Saw one, picked up the kill. Unfortunately, wasn't able to pick up the second pushing from Ramp Street. But look at Revolt, he's seen two, nicely done. He's going to hold down this hill now, trying to check if there's going to be anyone spawning from behind. He does, you know, he was aware of one put there, but wasn't able to get the kill, unfortunately. Beanbag picks up one, can he pick up the second? Yes, he can. He's giving his team an extra bit of time. He wasn't able to get the turn on that, so unfortunate. But Epsilon spawning out in the more preferred spawn here now, and Rift should really start to think about pushing it out.
Yeah, they are indeed. Look at Revolt here trying to get a kill just off those pipes. Doesn't manage to get it. Let's run on board with the man here. Insight looking to take the kills off there as Epsilon now holding a hard point with Joey sitting on it. And his teammate Marky just gets taken out as well. But Joey's going to hold on. Reedy jumps on as well. There's another pick there from Insight. Looking to clean up another one. Doesn't get the kill. He's too weak. He goes down. But it's detained now with the last 4 seconds fighting for the scraps. And to be fair, there's no real rotations on this one. It's going back in the middle. And it's going to be a contest fest.
Yeah. Nicely done, so close so far. Just 10 points the difference going into this second half of rotations, and it is just, as you said, going to be a contest fest in this centre. It is basically just a mosh pit of chaos as Joe picks up one coming down from the top third. He's going to see another one, picks him off quite nicely, going to get a third. No, was only able to target him up severely, not able to get the kill in the end, but does get the assist in the end of it.
Yeah, Marky with 2P, looking for the third, picks that one up. Joey's trying to get a kill, he gets taken down. Let's run on board here with Marky now on this hard point. He's on a 4 streak right now. That does get ended by the way of detained. So let's run on board with the only man, well, now standing is Reedy, looking to try and just play it hide and seek, see if anyone's around and pick him off. Jump on there. Smart plays by him, has been contested. He's going to get taken out. There's 1 point of difference, 4 minutes left on the clock, 8 seconds left on that hard point, and looking for the rotation. Surely these guys are going to need to push and make sure they can come around behind him. Revolt again, and that was a dirty 2-piece. Brilliant play by him.
Yeah, that was revolting, as some would say.
There
we are on board with Beanbag. He's picked up one. He's going to pick up a second. No, he does end up getting the assist off that one. You can see on your mini-map, guys, they will be spawning from just on, coming through mid. He's going to get contested any second now. He doesn't actually react in time as Marky takes him out, but has been traded out immediately by Detain, and Revolt picks up one of his own. Really sees one, gets the kill, isn't able to get any sort of control around this hardpoint in the minute. Every time they get near, they're being shut down.
Yeah, Rift starting to grow that lead. It's 134 to 118. They're a point behind just now. They managed to gain it and push the points in further. Oh, Detained just saw him at the last minute. Marky comes in with a nice little burst fire, takes a kill, and that's Beanbag that's going to go down. All 4 prime. Well, I was going to say briefly there on that hard point. It's now Marky. He's going to get taken down. 3 down for Epsilon. Jumps on Detain. He's now on that. 5 seconds left. Those scraps really are adding up now.
Yeah, and they've actually got the rotations down perfectly from Rift. They managed to get round with about 7 seconds remaining, meaning that Epsilon spawned all the way up to the top car park, meaning that, you know, Rift have a lot of time to play with here. 20 points in the lead with 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Rift looking pretty strong.
They are looking extremely strong again. It was a slow start from these guys, similar to the last one, and then all of a sudden Rift are like, hang on. This is ours. We love this is our mode. We love it. And Epsilon really need to try and break this hill and start stacking up those points. They've managed to close that gap. It's now by 12, and there was a huge beat down there. Looking with Reedy. There's 21 seconds left, and in comes Beanbag and Revolt again. 3 down for Epsilon. Let's run on board with Beanbag as he's going to try and well, I'd say sneaky defensive work, but he's got 2 players coming in. They're going to know where he is. He's just going to go down. Yeah,
that was always going to be difficult for him to try and lock down. He had a couple of Epsilon players challenge him immediately, but you know, he did enough just to stay alive and pick up a few extra points. It's really now trying to stay alive at the back of this car park. He has been taken out. We're coming down to it now. 54 seconds after this hard point, going into the final one then. And in the way that you're looking at it, Rift are just playing so well. They're holding this one down. I mean, Insight with another big kill, taking out another player outside of maps.
I have to say, at the present moment in time, this is the first time that Rift have held a hard point for longer than 30 seconds. They've managed to really push and take this hard point. Last rotation, really struggled. Right now, it's all about Rift. They've stepped this one up. They're making plays. They're taking the kills when they need to take the kills. And when you're watching them right now, you're thinking, hang on, these guys can do this. They take this 2-2. We're down to S&D, still in the game. and I believe it'll be one of the only few times that we won't see, well, first time we'll see Rift in any final.
Yeah, well, they're going to be 30 points up at least going into this final hardpoint, and this final hardpoint is the hardest one to really kind of break, especially with how narrow it is. But Rift have already got onto the rotations. They're going to be able to pick up the early points of it, and if they can hold this down, they're going to be in a fantastic position.
All they need to do is hold this. Every time Epsilon get on it, all they need to do is get on, contest, contest, contest. Hold those points, stack those players, get on there, bang everything you've got on there, and hold that lead.
Yeah, it's absolutely huge from Joe there with a huge two-piece just to clear his path and make sure that Epsilon can get that extra little points. They're down by just 19 now with 22 seconds left on the clock. All Rift have to do is stay in for 30 seconds.
Surely, look at the points. Don't think they can do it. No, they cannot do it. This is a Rift game. It's 2-2. Game on. It's game 5. S&D. They are hyped. We can hear them here from the stage. What a great game from these guys. What a great series.
Yeah, Rift are a fantastic hardpoint team by the looks of it. Taking out both times, taking out Epsilon both times in them now. But it's down to their search and destroy. Can they step up? Can they prove a point? They had a bit of a bad S&D last time with recovery. It's now on to Terrace, Search and Destroy. So I'm hoping that things are going to switch up a little bit.
I mean, look at the scores on the board there. 41 bomb from Beanbag. Great play. 17 captures from Detain. They really stepped up the game. When you compare the captures to the Epsilon to Rift, there is a big gap.
But it's not the amount of captures that you get, it's how long you hold it.
But it just shows you the aggressiveness that these guys had on that hard point, you know, and the determination to take it back. We're going to head into S&D next. Guys, do not go anywhere in this winners bracket final. It's map number 5. It's anyone's game. See you in a minute. Yeah, they need to make sure that they get at least 2 rounds under their belt. We know how good Epsilon are at this S&D. It's whether today is the day for Rift. Can they take out these guys? We are on board here with Rated. Reedy is the designated bomb carrier right now, and Reedy looking just to really sit back, make sure no one's coming through. No one's being really aggressive on this one if you look on the map.
Yeah, no one's really making that bold statement, like just pushing straight the way through. They're just, you know, playing this quite passively, just making sure that they can find out where at least one player is. However, Marky has actually seen one. There are gunshots coming down as well. No one able to pick up a kill just yet with 53 seconds left on the clock. The bomb looks like to be going down.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting play because no one's very slow paced. There's no one's really making aggressive move. The first kill does go down, traded out, but it gets traded out again, which means Epsilon are down to 2. Numbers advantage, moving the way here of Rift, COD. And just look at Marky now, backing up, making smart plays. Oh, that was a big pick, which means Reedy's now down 1-0 already here. Great start, a dream start to this ND here for this team for Rift.
Yeah, fantastic start. I mean, this Beanbag picking up 3 of the kills for inside. I mean, the big 2-piece at the end, one will mark in, and as soon as he's like picks up the second kill, and it's just, he's somewhere else. Yeah, he is a tank when you play a game like that. When you see someone that can bring out 3-0 Beanbag, didn't have a best S&D last time. It was Revolt that stepped up. See how they do now when they go for the plant. Let's run on board with Detain right now. Okay, we're going to hop on board Detain, see if he can do anything. It might be a little bit more aggressive this time round. Doesn't seem as if he's going to. Pushing through into the bedroom, not seeing a soul just yet, as it does look like there's a massive flank coming in, and there will be one player coming up against it. That will be inside. He does take down Reedy. He's going to have contested by at least 2 more players though, but he does manage to slip away. Yeah, bomb does go down, which means now it's Epsilon. They've got to try and do the attacking inside. Does take out Raided. Joe does trade out that kill, but it's still the numbers figures as we see a great kill from Beanbag. Oh, it's over again. It's 2-0. 2-0 to Rift. You would not have seen this the first time round. A beautiful Epsilon start. Just seem to be all over the place at the minute. They seem, I have to be honest with you, with a larger size map, when we look at recovery, where this is more open, these guys seem to thrive on that. They, you know, they're patient, and I think that is the benefit to them on this. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, if this becomes anything other than, if this is a 6-0, then you've seriously got to consider these guys taking the title here this weekend. I think so. I think so, although I don't see it going to 6-0. Marky will have none of that. So, the first pick has come in, and it is Rated with the nade straight across, taking out Revolt. Reedy now going for the bomb plant, meaning that they will leave it with 44 seconds left on the clock for Rift to do something about it.
Yeah, Reedy currently 0-2, but 2 plants to his name. Huge place for Emmett. This means now that these guys here from Rift need to do some damage, take some bodies, and it starts already with Rated going down. Marky trades that kill off, which means it's 2 versus 3. And let's have a look at it. Oh, it does see him, and it's actually inside. Comes in. Oh, great play there. Beautiful coverage. Gets a turn. 2-1 here. Epsilon and bringing a round back.
Yeah, quite similar to the beanbag double that we saw in the first round. Really picks up one, boost straight the way back, and Ramsey picks up another one quite nicely. You know, it's very, very well done from this Epsilon squad. You know, they obviously lost 2 rounds on the trot, but stepped up that game as that. Marky won't have it if they got beat by 6-0. Yeah,
this is very, very true. It's going to be the guys here from Rift even trying to see if they can increase that lead. Currently 2-1. If you just join us live, it's 2 rounds each. It was guys from Rift taking the first hard point. S&D and Uplink went to the way of Epsilon, and then Rift just closed out the last hard point. So 2 maps last. S&D Revolt has been tagged up. He needs to be careful as trying to push forward right now. Looking towards to go underneath.
If he goes any further, he's going to see that player ahead of him. I believe that is Joe. He's just going to lay here and play it quite passively. I mean, one of them needs to make a move, and they need to make a move soon, really.
Let's run on board here with Insight. Just going to see if he can see anybody pushing round. 3 versus 3. It's very, very passive again.
Yeah, well, 44 seconds after the clock. They still have a bit of time to play with, but they don't want to wait too long because it will just
there's a player right behind Insight. He's just coming through showers. He's actually gone back up.
Yeah, he's gone all the way back round, and Insight is now just still stepping on through. 2 players are around this A bomb site, leaving that 1 player hanging around B, but it doesn't look like the bomb site might go towards B.
It's Joe. Joe's seen him. Joe's picked him up. He's going to get the kill, managing to get the assist even as the player goes left. So literal 3-piece. Oh my word!
But just lined up perfectly.
Bullets is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, he just lined up perfectly for him to be able to just aim constantly down that one site and pick them up. I mean, look at this. Nice and easy. 1, 2, good night.
Beautiful plays there, which means it's now going to be 3-1. These guys from Rift really seem to be quite comfortable on this map.
And they do. I mean, it probably had the fact that they might have had a bit more practice on this map compared to the Epsilon guys. But, you know, they're search and destroy. It's stepping up a bit, I suppose. It
is indeed. Rated again, looking for a nade kill across the map. Doesn't manage to get anyone. No tags coming that way for him. They're not going to know that where they are right now as they do to see a trade kill as we see Joey go down. A Revolt gets a kill on himself inside, but look how quickly Rated's getting this bomb down. Someone needs to stop him as he's now going to try and push forward. They know it's down. Oh, who's that round there? They're trying to rotate all the way round, aren't they? Yeah. Let's jump on board with Beanbag.
Yeah, Beanbag actually just hanging back. He's going to see 1 player push him. He does get taken out. That will be Marky, leaving it a 2v3 situation. They will Revolt and Detain to try and do something with this bomb. Revolt now pushing up towards this glass roof. He's still not seen anyone, but Rated is actually taking out Detain, so Revolt has a lot to do with 19 seconds. He does see 1 player. He picks up that kill. He's going to just pre-fire into the one's bedroom. Not going to be able to connect with it. He does get taken out from behind. Epsilon take that round, making it 3-2 in favour of Rift still.
3-2. Should he have waited really so we can get a clear shot rather than giving away his position? He could have maybe done a little bit more damage, but it's going to be Marky that cleans that up as he's in mid-air. Great plays there from Marky B, currently 3-3. I have to say, you know, it's still really in Rift's favour. That each round that they've dropped, they've gained the advantage again. So if it's going to continue like that, then we could see Rift going through. Epsilon really need to try and level this up, make it 3-3, and then push forward if they want to see off Rift and put them into the losers bracket.
Well, I think Detain needs to really do something in this game. I haven't really seen him do anything. I mean, let's hop on board with him, see where he's at in a minute. And well, actually don't, because he's actually been taking it down once again by Rated, and Marky actually picks down Beanbag. So we'll see what Rated can do as he's going to be covering this B bomb site. There is a player just below him. He doesn't actually know this. That's so unfortunate. The timing is ridiculous, but there we have it. Another player goes down for Rift, and it's Revolt left in a 1v4. But he kind of has a bit of advantage as he does have the bomb in hand.
I have to say, looking at the scoreboard there, Detain is currently running that donut. It's 003. It's not something you want to see a player doing, especially in the winners bracket final, because you know you need all your players at that level. And at the moment, 3-3 looks like Epsilon again we saw this last time. They took a couple of rounds. All of a sudden, Epsilon stepped it up, closed it out. I believe it was ended up 6-3 last time.
6-3, yeah. So, you know, it's very much possible, but Epsilon, I think, starting to find that bit of momentum about them now. You know, picking up the kills, nice and easy, trading it off, very well done. But Rift, still, you can't count them out. Again, Detain needs to do something. I've literally seen him do nothing. It's basically 3v4 at this point.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He's not making any difference to the team. Every round that they've won, they've done it solely through them three, because he's no kills on the board. He, you know, advantage-wise, numbers on the board. As I say again, it's down to 3 versus 3. If he got 1 kill, maybe 2 kills, that could be a big round difference for him.
Yeah, it could be the difference maker. I mean, if it's a big kill, it's just going to make things a lot easier. I'm not being funny, but every little helps. If he just picks up 1, it could stop a flank from happening. It could, you know, lead to an attack that leads to them getting a bomb down. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, rated.
A fantastic 2-piece there. Now leaving Insight in a 1v3. It always seems to be Rift in these difficult situations now. 3 rounds on the trot, and there we have it. Epsilon going 4-3 up now.
It's like a carbon copy of the game previous.
It is.
You know, you see the guys from Rift, they get a good lead, and I think all of a sudden they lose a round where they shouldn't have. Again, Detain doesn't get a kill in that round. We're 7 rounds in, and he's not picked a kill. Yeah,
it's a little bit unheard of.
Yeah.
Usually, if it's happening like that, it's usually 6 rounds.
Yeah.
But it's happening, and no, let's go on. I want to see what's going wrong for him. Let's hop on board with him and see what he's doing, because there has to be something that we're missing.
Yeah, changes up the gun. As soon as he changes up the gun, Joe just takes him out. I just don't think he's setting up in time, and they're just, again, Epsilon, I think, have realised that they're playing very slow and passive, so Epsilon are stepping up that pace. All of a sudden, we're down to a 1 versus 2 situation. A Revolt, step up again. He's currently 7-4. He needs to do some work if he wants to take this round back. There's a bomb plant, but I believe it's actually Joey that's coming in. It is indeed. He's going to see him, surely. He's going to clean that one up. They're going to get the defuse. A little bit of disrespect there, you know.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
they're
sure.
On the verge of winning.
Yeah, you know, 4-3. That's going to push them to 5-3. 1 round away to push them into today's grand final.
Yep.
To be fair, you would expect it. They are Epsilon. They're all high-level gamers.
You do, but at the same time, Rift have, you know, they've got this far by winning, you know, nearly every map. As you said, they dropped 3, didn't they?
Oh,
so
yeah.
If they've dropped 3, then you've got to wonder, was it all search and destroys?
Yeah, see, that's the question. That is, you know, is that their weakest map? You know,
it does seem to be their weakest game type, especially with Detain. I mean, I've not actually seen them go off at any point into a search and destroy. I mean, the hard points he's very good at. Uplink, he wasn't even that bad, but you know, they need to step their search and destroy up massively. And I mean, Epsilon, again, you know, playing fantastically well. They've managed to get the bomb down. 30 seconds left on the clock for them. And Rated actually picks up 1 as he tries to go through the rotation. Marky actually takes down Beanbag as well, even in a 2v4. Insight and Detain left. No, Detain's actually picked up a kill, but he does get taken out. And there we have it. Epsilon will win this series.